Okay, so far we have completed the example of bipolar logic family, that is resistor to transistor logic, diode to transistor logic, and transistor to transistor logic. Now, in this session, we are going to study the unipolar logic family, that is MOS, that is MOSFET. Under MOSFET, we are going to study PMOS, NMOS, and CMOS. Before we go to the lesson, let's uh, recollect what we have studied in the previous session. And in the slide which I have updated in the VLE, so there is a topic about totem pole and open collector output for transistor to transistor logic. So this is the extra material that you may study yourself, because I have only explained about transistor to transistor logic. I didn't explain totem pole and open collector output for transistor to transistor logic. So this is also in the slide, but you can study yourself. So that is not important as per our syllabus. Now, after we have studied the bipolar logic family like transistor, resistor to transistor logic, diode to transistor logic, and transistor to transistor logic. Now we have left with unipolar logic family, that is MOSFET logic. So we are going to focus on NMOS and CMOS. When we say PMOS, so it will use P-channel enhancement MOSFET. And when we say NMOS, it will use N-channel enhancement MOSFET. And the full form of this PMOS is P-channel metal oxide semiconductor, N-channel metal oxide semiconductor, and CMOS, as I said already, complementary metal oxide semiconductor, where CMOS will use both P and N. In case of CMOS, it will use both the channel P and N. PMOS and NMOS digital IC are economical than CMOS IC because they have greater package density. NMOS has twice the packaging density than CMOS. And NMOS can operate 3 times faster than PMOS. That is the reason why we are using NMOS instead of PMOS. But CMOS has advantage of high speed and low power dissipation. So among all the MOS, CMOS operate at higher speed and it consumes low power than PMOS and NMOS. NMOS and CMOS are widely used in the digital IC, and PMOS are not used nowadays. So that is not true. PMOS is also using in order to design the IC. All PMOS, NMOS, and CMOS are using in designing IC. But most common uses are CMOS. So far, I have seen CMOS are widely used in order to design integrated circuit. So firstly, we have NMOS logic. So with the help of NMOS logic, we are designing universal gate, that is N gate. NMOS N gate. So here is the circuit diagram. That is 2 input NMOS NAND gate. N gate member NAND gate member. Universal gate is NAND gate and NOR gate. So therefore we are designing 2 input NMOS NAND gate. And if you look at the circuit out here, you have Q1. There are 3 transistors, Q1, Q2, and Q3, where you have input A and B and output out here. And this is the equivalent circuit, equivalent switching circuit for this circuit. Now, this circuit is NMOS NAND gate, so it should verify the truth table of NAND gate. So you have you should know the truth table of NAND gate. So let's verify this output. So if you give A equal to 0, B equal to 0, will this transistor turn on? Q2 and Q3? No, Mush, because you are giving low voltage to the base of the transistor, NMOS now. So NMOS transistor will turn on only if you give high voltage to the base of the transistor. So therefore, both Q2 and Q3 will turn off. So therefore, it will be open circuit, Mush, open. So therefore, this is the output is not connected to ground. Your output will taken directly from the voltage, supply voltage, VDD. So therefore, you will have output 1. Now similarly, if you give A equal to 0 and B equal to 1, that means B is high, this will turn on. This transistor will drive to saturation region. This will be closed circuit. However, this will be open. So therefore, this output is disconnect from the ground. Again, your output will be taken from the VDD. So therefore equal to 1. Now if you give A equal to 1, that is high, this will turn on. So short circuit. But this one is equal to 0, that is open circuit, mush. So therefore, again output is disconnected to ground. Your output will be taken from VDD, again equal to 1. Your output will equal to 0 only if A and B equal to high. Now if A equal to high, B equal to high, both transistor Q2 and Q3 will turn on. That is, both transistor will drive to saturation region. So this will be closed circuit. This will be closed circuit. Finally, your output will be taken from this ground. So therefore, you will have 1, 1, 1, 0. You know the truth table of NAND gate. So this is the explanation of how to input NMOS NAND gate as per the truth table. So here is the explanation as well. Now NMOS logic. So we are designing NOR gate. In the previous slide, we looked into NMOS NAND gate. So here it is NMOS NOR gate. So this is the circuit structure for 2-input NMOS NOR gate. And I'm mistake to me. Please. This one is NOR gate. And this one is equivalent switching circuit. Please correct this one. This is 2-input NMOS NOR gate. Now there is the circuit operation explanation. Still then, if I explain you briefly, so you have 3 transistors, Q1, Q2 and Q3, and you have supply voltage VDD, and output is taken over here, and input A and input B. Now similarly, the concept that you should know is your NMOS transistor turn on or drive to saturation region, that is working region, only if the input at the base of the transistor is given high. High jim the chamchi, it will drive to saturation region, or it will be turn on. So if A equal to 0, B equal to 0, this will turn off zone. So therefore, this output is not connected to ground, open circuit. This one is also open circuit, this is open circuit. So therefore, you will have output equal to 1. Output will take from VDD. Now, for example, if you give your A equal to 1, B equal to 0, so this will be open circuit. It will turn off. This will be closed circuit because you are giving high. So therefore, your output is connected to ground. So therefore, if either B equal to 1 or A equal to 1, your output will be 1. Now, let's see whether when we give A equal to high, whether we have output high or low. We are giving A equal to high, that is VDD. That means this transistor Q2 will turn on. So therefore, this is short circuit. And when we give B equal to 0, that is open circuit. Your output is connected to ground through this one. So therefore you are having output equal to 0. When you give either A equal to high, A or B equal to high, your output will be 0. Otherwise, your output will be high. Now, if you give both input A, B equal to high, naturally your output will be 0. That's I made mistakes. You are going to verify this circuit with the help of truth table. NOR gate ki truth table be watching opposite it is opposite of NAND gate ki. You will have 1 0 0 0 0 sumi mati. You will have output 1 when both A and B equal to 0. Otherwise, it will be 0. When A and B equal to 0 0 be watching, this will be both Q2 and Q3 will be open circuit, so therefore output is 1. Otherwise, you will have 0 output. Either A is 1 or B is 1 or both A B equal to 1, your output will be 0. So it is explained over here. So this is all about NMOS NOR gate. Now you have CMOS. So far we have looked into NMOS key. Now we are going to focus on CMOS. As I said, CMOS is the mixture of both P channel and N channel. So in case of CMOS, we have P and N both. Now if you look over here, this is the circuit diagram of CMOS NAND gate. Now you have Q1 and Q2, which is P channel, that is PMOS, and you have Q3 and Q4, that is NMOS. Now there is one extra information because so far we have focused only NMOS channel. Now we are introducing P channel. You need to understand how this P channel is turned on and turned off. That is just opposite of NMOS. Now in case of P channel, the transistor will turn on if you give low. In case of N channel, transistor turn on when you give high to the base of the transistor. But it is opposite to P channel. It will turn on if you give 0 volt at the base of the transistor P channel. So that is difference. Now let's see how that circuit is working based on the truth table. So you know the truth table of NAND gate. First, let's give A equal to 0, B equal to 0. If you give A equal to 0, B equal to 0, this input is going out here, P channel now. So as you are giving 0 volt, this is turned on, but it is going out here, that is N channel, this is turned off. 0 mush binaya, this is going out here, this is turned off. So therefore these two transistor, that is Q3 and Q4, are turned off and they are open circuit. Again B0D, it is going out Q2, so this is turned on. This one and this one are turned on because we are giving 0 volt. So therefore your output is having 1. It will take from VDD because this output is disconnect from ground, because this transistor Q3 and Q4 is turned off because of 0 volt. Now let's see, if you give A equal to 0, B equal to 1. So if you give A equal to 0, this will turn on, this will turn off, transistor Q3. But we have 1 at B1, B. So therefore, this will turn on. However, this is turn off, open circuit. This is open circuit. Still your output is disconnect from ground. So B and 1 jo this is turned off. However, your output is connected to VDD through transistor Q1 anyway. So it is coming from like that. So therefore your output will be 1 still. So you know the truth table. Truth table will be 1, 1, 1, 0. You will have output 0 only both A and B equal to 1, 1. Now let's directly focus on final condition, that is A equal to 1, B equal to 1. Now when A and B both equal to 1, you know if you give high voltage to the base of the P channel will turn off. So therefore P channel, these two are turned off. So your output is not connected to VDD because this is turned off and this is open circuit. However, the N channel are turned on if you give high voltage. Since your two input are high, so this is turned on. This is turned on. So Q3 and Q4 are turned on and they are short circuit. So your output is connected to ground. So therefore, your output is going to be 0. So therefore, this verified the truth table of CMOS NAND gate. That is 1, 1, 1, 0. That is the output. So this is the note which I explained. P channel MOSFET is on when gate voltage is negative with respect to its source. So as I said, this P channel will turn on only if you give 0 at the gate touching a base silam. So far I have said gate base. I was remembering like BJT chetanu, but this is MOSFET. So instead of base, we call this one is gate. So this one is gate. When you give gate equal to 0, this will turn on. In case of NMOS, when you give high to gate, it will turn on. So that is the difference. So here is the explanation. And this is the equivalent switching circuit for this one. Explanation continue. And this is the summarized operation of two input CMOS NAND gate. How that transistor, we have 4 transistors, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. How transistor turn on? If you give 0, 0, transistor that is Q1 and Q2 are P channel, Q3 and Q4 are NMOS. So therefore 0, 0 Jimbachin, definitely these two will turn on, this will be off. 0, 1 Jimbachin. So this depend on where you connect. B katika negega. So it will depend on where it connect. So as I explained already in the previous slide. So this is all about NMOS and CMOS. So this comes to end of first part of unit 4. Now we are left with semiconductor memories. So in next session, I'm going to introduce you about the semiconductor memories. Thank you for listening, and I hope you are studying seriously.